Welcome all NASCAR race fans, welcome sim racing fans, welcome NASCAR Heat 5 community here. We have ourselves a race here at Martinsville Speedway. 20 drivers in these Xfinity cars, and the preset sliders already rocking and rolling for stage 1. About 20 laps complete. Stage 1 is actually nearing the end here, coming up on the conclusion of this opening stage. 20 drivers, 125 laps. Right now, your race leader is the points leader, Aaron Garcia, driver of the number 9 Chevy Camaro. He's already got 3 wins this season in the first 8 races. I'm NASCAR CEO Tyler McMurder, along with my in-race reporter, former NASCAR Novice Cup Series champion, Alex Tesdall. And right now, we're watching the race leader work his way through a little bit of lap traffic. The next one is the 19 of Timmy Brown. But other than that, everyone's kind of settled in and dialed in and kind of spaced themselves apart. For now, the pole sitter Jesse Carlson slipped back a couple of positions since the drop of the green flag. Now he works to the inside of one of the lapped cars of Emily Seri in the 54. There's a lot of action going on all over the racetrack. And would like to take this time to thank the viewers for tuning in. Sit back, relax, and grab a cold can of soda, kick back and enjoy the action here on MotorMaster Monday. It's round 9 of the 2023 season.
And that's 9 to go for the leader.
Yeah, thanks a bunch, Alex. There's really not too many laps left here in stage 1. They click off quickly at a little paperclip like Martinsville, that's for sure. But stage 1 not very long. The race only 125 laps in total, and that's divided up into these 3 stages. So really, it's gonna go by in the blink of an eye. It's gonna certainly feel like it to all of these drivers as well. Their job is to try to use this short amount of time to get the best track position they possibly can to try to keep themselves on the lead lap at the end of stage 1. As you can see, Alex Tesdall has now scored the first car 1 lap down. Jordan Roughton in the 18 is the next car to go 1 lap down here at Martinsville.
Actually, I think he's about to fall 2 down.
Oh wow! And
the next car would be the 16.
What a rough start there for Jordan Roughton, actually, in that 18, and that's a shame. It's one of these couple of short tracks that he doesn't mind coming to. Iowa Speedway later tonight. He's also got a good feeling about that, I'm sure. Now he's going to fall a 2nd lap down to your race leader, Aaron Garcia. Oh, Alex Tesdall trying to get the bumper to the inside of the number 18 Toyota Supra. Couldn't quite do it. There's a little bit of contact made. Now Jordan drives into the corner much harder than the 22 to try to keep him behind him, but it's inevitable. Here it comes. The 22, Alex Tesdall, Novice Cup champ, is going to take that spot. Still first car 1 lap down. Jesse Carlson scored in 2nd, is drawing closer to both of these drivers. There's Rush Downing in the 90. Soldiering forward here, 1 career NASCAR Outlaw Series win for him on Wreckfest. None here on NASCAR Heat 5, looking to change that at some point here over the course of the season, driving for Rockstar Racing. Jeffrey Robinson Jr. is going to win in the NASCAR Legends Series on NASCAR Heat 5. Other than that, no other wins for him to speak of on the NASCAR Heat 5 game. Looking to change that as well. He's always a threat. He was a Final 4 driver in Platinum Cup last year and always strong in the MotorMaster Series as well. Charles Jackson running in 3rd in the 08 Chevy Camaro. So right now it is Aaron Garcia in the 9, Jesse Carlson in the 20, and Charles Jackson in the 08 Chevy Camaro running in 3rd. Landon Jenkins in the 10 runs in 4th, with Josh Colm-Diaz in the 7 running in 5th. In those positions, the top 5, they're very important. At the end of the stages, it's the top 5 who get those stage points, and the stage winner gets that valuable playoff point. The green and white checkered flag is in the air, and Aaron Garcia is going to claim the stage 1 victory. So if I'm not mistaken, yeah, it's going to be Jesse Carlson in second, Charles Jackson in third, Landon Jenkins in fourth, and Josh Colm-Diaz in fifth. To begin here the opening stage at Martinsville. There's our drivers receiving the points. Alex, without forgetting to pit, sum up stage one for us. Give us your take on how it feels out there right now.
My car personally is a little bit tight to start off the race, but it's a lot tamer than I expected it to be. I expected a lot more contact on a short track like this.
Yeah, and to be honest, so did I, actually. It's a very tough track, very difficult to find speed out there, and it's been a very clean start.
And there'll be 14 cars on the lead lap with myself getting the free pass.
All right, you heard it from our in-race reporter, Alex Tesdall. 14 drivers left on the lead lap. Stage 2 about to begin. The green flag has been shown. And down into turn 1 they go, being led by Aaron Garcia in the 9, Jesse Carlson in the 20, Landon Jenkins in the 10, Charles Jackson in the 08, Josh Colm-Diaz in the 7, Harold Burden in the 47, running in 6th. He just barely missed out on stage points in that first stage. Now Aaron's going to open up a little bit of a lead here. Jesse Carlson's getting muscled out of the way for third by Josh Colm-Diaz. There was a little bit of contact. And Dawson Brush is the driver in that number 78 Toyota. He's up there now in the top 5. He's got a couple of wins this season in the Truck Series on Tuesdays. And a part-time schedule on MotorMaster Mondays in the 78. You can see how congested everybody is when they, on these restarts, and everybody starts to use that bottom line. Suddenly they've got to lift a whole lot sooner, and contact was made there between the 20 and the 7. It might have been a little bit of payback. A couple of laps ago, Josh in the 7 used the bumper to try to take the spot from the 20, and it looked like it worked. So Jesse got in behind him and used the bumper himself, and what this allowed Dawson Brush to do is pass them both and take third place. And while this is going on, Landon Jenkins has joined the 9 of Aaron Garcia, battling for the lead, and in-race reporter Alex Tesdall letting us know we have a caution on the racetrack for the first time all race long for an on-track incident. And it's kind of tough to...
It looked like the 07 and the 44 got together.
Oh yeah, I think you're right, and a lot of front-end damage to Emily Seri in the 54 as well. 51 of Sean Lucas with some serious damage as well. Dustin Franklin is taking responsibility and apologizing for this incident. First caution of the race for an on-track incident, and I was just going to mention, very clean, very, very tame start to this paperclip 125 at Martinsville. Hard to have trouble here, even with a high field, a high car count, 20 cars out there racing, simply because the speeds are low and there's walls right beside you that are going to stop you in a hurry. The green flag is back in the air. Aaron Garcia leads in through turns 1 and 2. He's going to have a challenge from Jesse Carlson and a couple more corners now that Jesse is cleared for second. They were the class of the field in stage 1. Jenkins running in third. Harold Burden, whoa, running in fourth. He took a serious dive bomb run going into turn 1 that last time by. And you can see the gap open back out on the straightaway. Really didn't benefit Harold to do that. He might have just been playing a little bit of defense, making sure he wasn't going to get a shot from the 7. Josh Colm-Diaz. Battle inside the top 10 here. Ray Hollywood in the 92. And in the top 10 for most of the day. He's got Dawson Brush in front of him. And there's Chris Ryan in the number 1 Chevy Camaro just behind them. He's on the lead lap as well. Former winner here in the NASCAR MotorMaster Series, Trey Hollywood and Chris Ryan. Diaz as well, another former winner. He's all over the back bumper of Harold Burden. That is a battle for the fourth place position. That's just in front of these guys. Landon Jenkins showing great speed all race long. I thought a moment ago, once Jesse Carlson cleared him and took second, I figured that the 9 and the 20 would maybe even drive away from the rest of the field, but Landon is right there with them still. Landon, of course, your 2022 NASCAR World Champion in F1 2022. Excuse me, F1 2020 is where we hosted our World Championship in the previous calendar year. And what a season it was. Dominated the season, 12 wins, crowned the World Champion. Now looking for his very first win in NASCAR on a NASCAR Heat game. And so close so many times, not only here in the MotorMaster Series, but in Platinum Cup and Trucks as well. The main battle on the racetrack is still right here for 4th, 5th, and 6th. Harold Burden's got it. Josh Diaz has been trying to work him over for it, but every time he makes a mistake, Charles Jackson, the 08 Chevy Camaro, is right there to pounce and take a look to the inside. The battles all over the racetrack. Timmy Brown in the 19 trying to hold off Sean Lucas in the 51, and there's Ethan Hoekstra in the 68. These are battles for position on the racetrack, either a little inside or a little outside the top 10. And how about Aiden Cody? Former race winner in the NASCAR Novice Cup Series, and nearly won a race in the NASCAR World Championship in 2022. Been very close. Just a second ago he worked his way around Jeffrey Robinson Jr. Now he's got himself inside the top 10, right behind the 92. That's Trey Hollywood. Dustin Franklin in the 07. He has just caught the battle we were just talking about here. 68-51 in the 19, and now he's looking to complete the pass if he can. He caught them pretty quickly. And I love the throwback paint job there. Dustin Hardy in the 44. Battling with our in-race reporter, Alex Tesdall. And there's the 22 Ford. Alex, who admitted Martinsville's not really your style of racetrack. If you can come in here and escape with a 10th, 12th place finish, that'd be all right with you. How's the car feel right now? How's stage 2 going for you?
Car feels okay. Still a little bit on the tight side. I need to work on a little more, but currently running P12 and top 10's right in front of me, so not too bad.
Yeah, not too bad at all. You're in good company too. Jeffrey Robinson Jr. right there as well. Dustin Hardy in the 44. Chris Ryan and Aiden Cody on the same straightaway as you. When you're in with that kind of company at Martinsville, you're doing something right. How many laps do we have to go in stage 2?
Coming around the 9 to go.
Awesome. Thank you very much, and I apologize for the brief moment there of silence. I was trying to figure out what was going on here. It looks like Jordan Roughton in the 18 is actually off the racetrack and done for the day. He fell 2 laps down in stage 1, and more problems here in stage 2, and it looks like he is going to be done for the day out of this one. Coming around for the leader now, 7 laps to go in stage 2 at Martinsville. Aaron Garcia leads. He put a lap a moment ago on Emily Seri in the 54, the Canadian driver. And now he's putting a lap on Rush Downing in the number 90 Chevy Camaro. And this is the leader going through 3 and 4. 6 to go at the line for him. These laps click off quickly. It's still Jesse Carlson running in second. And number 20, Toyota Supra for UCJ Motorsports. Now you can see here Landon Jenkins in the number 10 for Bold Pluto Motorsports, running in the third place position. Having a solid day. We got a crash on the front straightaway. The number 90 of Rush Downing.
That ends the stage.
Wow. There was a crash between the two lap cars of Emily Seri and Rush Downing. It happened right in front of our lead lap contender. And they're still crashing after the start-finish line, but nevertheless, the running order is frozen. Well, that ends things a little bit early. Aaron Garcia is still going to win the stage. We'll get the top 5 from Alex Tesdal here in just whenever he's ready.
Yeah, Aaron won the stage, and the rest of the top 5 is Oof, Pluto, Freedom, and Trouble.
And so Dawson Brush finishing in 4th in this stage, getting his first stage points of the night. And we still have 15 cars on the lead lap, if I'm not mistaken, so it's pretty well anybody's stage at this, or excuse me, anybody's race at this point. Into the restart zone they go. The green flag has been thrown. Final stage underway for Martinsville. Very, very organized restart. 20 drivers out there, and 15 of them still have a chance to win this thing here. Final stage underway. Aaron Garcia, your race leader. The 78 of Dawson Brush, the part-timer, runs in second. Landon Jenkins running in third. Josh Colombiez up to fourth. A quiet and consistent day for the driver of the number 7, Josh Colombiez, 2021 NASCAR Legend Series champion. Been running inside the top 5 pretty much all race long, and whenever he hasn't been, he's been right there in 6th or 7th trying to get back into the top 5. And there's Charles Jackson. Not the typical strong performance, top 2, top 3 car performance out of Charles Jackson. Not one of his strongest tracks. Right now currently scored in the 6th place position in very good company with Jesse Carlson, Josh Colombiez, and Harold Burden in the 47, just behind him in 7th. Same to be said with Jeffrey Robinson Jr., very quiet day for him as well. He scored in the 8th place position, having a pretty good day. He's going to get a good points run out of this as long as he holds station where he is. And there's Chris Ryan running in 9th in the number 1 Chevy Camaro, and Trey Hollywood in the 92 rounds out your top 10. Clean pass there by the Novice Cup champion, Alex Tesdal. He's going to take back 12th from Dustin Franklin. Good battles all over the racetrack. That's kind of a rundown on your top 10 running order here in the final stage at Martinsville. Round 9 of the 2023 NASCAR MotorMaster Series season in the Xfinity cars here on NASCAR Heat 5.
Oh, it's a crash.
Oh,
Turn
and
3. I think they saved it.
I believe they did as well. I'm shocked, actually, but it looked like Charles Jackson got the worst end of the deal in the 08 Chevy Camaro for Brett Baker Racing, and we got another spin.
One's around.
Yep, that was that last one. That was Chris Ryan in the number 1 Chevy Camaro. I think what happened with him is I think he clipped the grass with his left side tires, and the car snapped around on him. He was awfully low, trying to exit turn 4 when that car just suddenly snapped around and spun. Yeah, no caution. We stay green. A couple of cars that were able to get on around Charles for position, and now Jeffrey is the next one in the 61 machine to give it a shot. Great battle going here. Now If I'm not mistaken, this is the battle for 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th. Actually, check that. It's for 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th. Dawson Brush runs in 2nd, and Landon Jenkins runs in 3rd. They're not too far in front of this battle. And it is Jesse Carlson and Josh Colombiez battling here in the 20 and the 7, along with Harold Burden and Jeffrey Robinson Jr., Charles Jackson. They are all bumper to bumper. They were side by side there for a couple of laps, and it's simmered back down and settled down a little bit. Charles Jackson's going to work his way underneath Harold Burden in the 47. He's going to take that, 6th place position, and now contact there between the 47 and the 08. Harold drove hard into the corner and drove Charles Jackson up the racetrack and towards the wall. No contact with the wall was made, but it was definitely an intentional move. Not on camera here, and there very well could be penalties to the 47. Aaron Garcia still leads. There's been a lot of traffic in front of him to deal with over the next couple of laps. Already put a lap on the Canadian Emily Seri, and now he's coming up on the back bumper of Kenny Brown in the 19 and the 51 of Sean Lucas. Checking in on Charles Jackson. He's dropped outside of the top 5 after contact with the 47 of Harold Burden. 2 wins for Charles this season. In the 08 Chevy Camaro, 5th rather in the point standings. And he's looking to draw closer and closer to that top 5 before the end of this one here tonight.
Looks like we got a second car out of the race. Not sure who it is.
All right, thank you for the update. Let's see if we can find out who. And it appears that it is Emily Seri in the 54, the Canadian driver, out of this race, and that's a tough break for her. She started the 2023 season with a top 10 at Daytona and backed it up with another top 10 in the Truck Series a week later. So it was a great start to the calendar year for Emily, and hopefully she can get back to those successful ways. Chris Ryan and Justin Hardy are the 2 cars just in front of your race leader in danger to go a lap down, and that's actually kind of shocking to me simply because a moment ago Chris Ryan in the 1 was inside the top 10 and battling for position. I don't see any damage to the race car either, so I don't know how he made his way back here. But he's trying to recover, it looks like, and he's trying to get to the inside of the 44 of Justin Hardy. He's going to do that. He's going to complete the pass, and now the leader, Aaron Garcia, is going to try to follow him through. Some minor damage to the front end of the number 44 machine, but he's soldiering forward and continuing on. Let's see if we can find him here. There he is. Dawson Brush running in second in the number 78 Toyota Supra. Part-time driver here for 2023 MotorMaster Series. He's having a strong run. Got 2 wins in the Truck Series this season. Looking for that very first NASCAR MotorMaster Series win. No, he's looking for his second NASCAR MotorMaster Series win of 2023. Oh, and up the hill went Sean Lucas in the 51. He scraped the wall in turns 1 and 2, and he's going to let Landon Jenkins go by. It might have even been, it might have been done to try to let his team owner, Landon Jenkins, go by, but he made contact by accident up there trying to do it. I'm not too sure. Trying to play it a little too safe to make sure he didn't run the boss over while the boss is trying to go on out there and win this thing. And Jesse Carlson draws closer to the 51, and he's going to try to work him over. Again, not for position. The 20 is looking to get as close as he can to this 10 car,
There's a car parked against the wall in 3 and 4.
Because it will be for position, and we're getting word from Alex Tesdall. Somebody's parked on the track here. Yeah, there you see it. It's Rush Downing in the number 90 Chevy Camaro for Rockstar Racing. He stopped in a weird spot with the nose of that car up against the tire barrier there. I guess I shouldn't say tire barrier. The large yellow buckets of sand that divide the track there from the entrance to pit road and the racetrack. They simply protect the drivers from that wall there, where if you was stopped a moment ago in turns 1 and 2. No caution was called. We stay green here in the final stage at Martinsville. That could have changed everything, though. Hey, Alex, caution came out and stacked everyone up again. We've only got, what, 12 cars now in the lead lap, maybe 11?
Me and Dustin, 11th and 12th, with the leader right behind us. We're the last 2 on the lead lap.
Ah, yes. I'm watching here now, and the leader, Aaron Garcia, heavy lap traffic for him. Aaron in the 9 car, 2022 NOSSCAR Tailgate Truck Series champion, as well as your 2022 NOSSCAR Legend Series champion, looking to continue to climb the ladder here in NOSSCAR and compete for the championship here in the MotorMaster Series. He made it to the final 4 last year in the Platinum Cup Series, but the second most wins. Set new records for most top 5s in a single season, and he's looking to parlay that success and momentum over here into these Xfinity cars on Monday. 10 cars scored on the lead lap. First car 1 lap down is currently Alex Tesdall in the 22. They're going to have a spirited battle for that. Justin Franklin might have made a little bit of contact there with the 22 to get that position. And these two have a little bit of history, so it'll be interesting to see what happens if the 22 of Alex Tesdall can get back to him. Right now he's trying to hold off Aiden Cody in the 16, which is also another battle for position. Now the good news for your race leader, Aaron Garcia in the 9, he has already worked his way around 5 lap cars, whereas Dawson Brush in the 78 has not passed any of those 5 cars just yet. There's quite a bit of distance in between the 2 leaders. Harold Burton trying to find his way back around Charles Jackson. Earlier there was contact between the 2, and Harold's trying to recover. NASCAR officials were considering penalties for the 47 if he had continued, and now he's simmered down. He's since then given up the position he was battling aggressively for. But still right there in the tire tracks with the 08 of Charles Jackson. There's a pass. Chris Ryan on Aiden Cody. Oh, we got a crash on the back straightaway. Yes, sir. The 92 of Trey Hollywood, the 07 of Dustin Franklin.
I think we're still green. Yep. Surprised that wasn't a yellow.
I'm a little bit surprised too. They were stopped for quite some time over on the back straightaway, but nevertheless, we are going to stay green. Did you see how that one started?
Yeah, Hollywood got super loose off the corner and overcorrected. I barely missed him, then he collected dust.
I wonder if he hit the, did he get his left sides down in the grass area on exit or
He
center?
might have, because that car snapped very aggressively, and then he overcorrected it.
I see, yes. It happened earlier to somebody else as well, and I can't remember who it was, but they got down there on the grass and spun it. It's easy to do. Well, there's still time to get back into this thing. The problem is not too much time. How many laps to go in the race?
15 to go.
Now they click off quickly here at Martinsville. And for any of those drivers that were just involved in that most recent incident, you're going to probably need a caution to have any kind of chance of catching up and winning at this point. We only have 9 cars, if I'm not mistaken, on the lead lap. 20 drivers started this race. At the end of stage 1, we still had 14 cars on the lead lap. At the end of stage 2, we still have 15 cars on the lead lap. Now, it's crunch time. Drivers have went for a long run here in the final stage. More cars have been put 1 lap down. And we're coming up on the end of this thing. Aaron Garcia in the 9 car is your race leader, looking for his 4th win of the season. Dawson Brush scored in 2nd. There you see him, part-time driver this year. He's got a win in the 78 car. He's got 2 truck wins on Tuesday. And there's Jesse Carlson in the 20, running in 4th. Jenkins in the 10 car scored in 3rd. It was a great run for him. A lot of us are wondering when that very first NOSSCAR win for Landon is going to come on a NASCAR Heat game. He's got many of those on an F1 game in the World Championship Series that we do, and he's come so close so many times to getting one of these Heat 5 wins. It's insane. One of these days we know he's going to break through and get the job done. Just doesn't look like it's going to be tonight at Martinsville unless a caution comes out over the next 10 laps. There's only 10 laps remaining. And just as I mentioned that, he got a little bit loose coming out of turn 4, and that allowed Trey Hollywood, one of the cars, stuck 1 lap down to get a nice run on the outside, but Trey knows he's got slightly older tires, and he's stuck 1 lap down, and he knew he didn't have the preferred line, so he just kind of lifted and gave it back to the driver of the 10. When it's not for position and there's only 8 or 9 laps remaining, there's really no point to continue the battle, and Trey Hollywood knows that. Longtime veteran driver here in NOSSCAR, and he would have had a top 10 finish if it wasn't for the crash just a couple of laps ago on the front straightaway. A quiet and calm day for Josh Colombiez. Ran in the top 5 or 6 all race long in classic Josh Colombiez fashion. He was there when the green flag waved, and he's going to be there when the checkered flag waves as well. Five to go at Martinsville. And what a drive for the driver of the 9. That is Aaron Garcia. Led the most laps, won both stages, qualified 2nd for this race, and closing in on his 4th win of the season here in the 2023 NASCAR MotorMaster Series season. Oh, just in front of him, Timmy Brown in the 19 got loose and had a turn 4, scraped the wall. A great move by Aaron Garcia to take some evasive action there and get around the lap machine. At a place like Martinsville where there's nowhere to hide at this point, yeah, you're just kind of tiptoeing and trying to make sure you can get to the end of this thing scot-free. Aaron won 2 championships in 2022. and the NOSSCAR Tailgate Truck Series Championship and the NOSSCAR Legend Series Championship, both hosted here on NASCAR Heat 5, and he was a contender for 2 more. He was a contender for the MotorMaster Championship. He made it to the Final Four in Platinum Cup and stood up to Matt Smith better than anyone has in that series history. He's proven time and time again to be one of the very, very best to ever compete on NASCAR Heat 5 in any series. And he's closing in on another win here at Martinsville. And this just in. The checkered flag is in the air. And Aaron Garcia claims the paperclip 125 victory here tonight at Martinsville Speedway. Dawson Brush is going to finish in second. And Landon Jenkins is going to hold on to finish in third. And don't forget pictures of the results, Alex. All 20 of us.
Already got it.
If you don't mind. Perfect. Thanks a bunch, buddy. Yeah, what a strong run. Your pole sitter, excuse me, not your pole sitter, your points leader, Aaron Garcia, 4 wins now on the year. In the first 9 races, he's almost batting .500. Well, we're going to get a victory lane interview with your race winner, and that is Aaron Garcia, driver of the number 9 Chevy Camaro for Timac Motorsports, on a roll here to start the 2023 MotorMaster Series season. And we'll get that done with him here right now. And back here live for our victory lane interview with the driver of the number 9 Chevy Camaro, and that is Aaron Garcia, a very familiar face to see in victory lane this year. Not only this year, but last year and the year before as well. You've been quite the force, quite the superstar here in NOSSCAR since signing and coming in. And tonight you find victory lane for the 4th time in the 2023 NOSSCAR MotorMaster Series. It came at a very difficult track as well, in Martinsville Speedway. Congratulations, buddy. Take us through that race. It seemed like you spent a lot of it, in fact, pretty well all of it, leading this race and never really looked back. Yeah, and as you should be. That was a very skillful, masterful display of driving out there at Martinsville Speedway. You had different challengers up there in second and third at different times. Dawson Brush, Jesse Carlson, Landon Jenkins. Was there anyone that you were kind of afraid to see get into second and have that clear space in front of them with you? Yeah, I really don't blame you. A couple of others were showing flurries of strength as well, like Trey Hollywood in the 92 and Charles Jackson in the 08. Even Harold Bird in the 47 were having good runs as well. What was the key to your success here tonight at Martinsville? What was working for you without giving too many secrets away? It's a good point. I said this earlier in the broadcast, at a place like Martinsville, or Bristol for that matter, there is no place to hide, whether you're fast or you're slow. So really learning how to manage that traffic really helps you at a place like Martinsville. So good point. Congratulations, buddy. 4th win of the season, and you are still the points leader after 9 races. All right. And that was Aaron Garcia celebrating in victory lane with his team here at Martinsville Speedway. He's got to go get ready now for Iowa, as do we. And folks, that's going to do it from Martinsville. The Paperclip 125 is in the history books. Hope everyone is enjoying the playoff football action here as of late. And we're going to let you go. We're going to sign off out of here, and we'll come back in just about 10-15 minutes time and bring you action from Iowa Speedway. Thank you to everybody who joined us. Congratulations once again to Aaron Garcia, the driver of the number 9 Chevy Camaro. And we will see you at Iowa Speedway.